Hello, and today we're going to be talking about partial fractions. So we're going to be looking at the first type of partial fractions out of three types. So I'm going to make a fraction here, and what we want to do with this fraction is we want to split it into this kind of form, and we're going to have to split the denominator as well, but we'll get to that in a minute. So first thing that we want to do when we want to do partial fractions is we have to look at the denominator. So is this factorized? If not, factorize it. So in this case we don't have it factorized, so we're going to have to factorize it. So this is the difference of two squares thing. So we're going to factorize it like so. And that's it factorized right there, right? So these two brackets now become separate denominators. So we have a over x plus 2, and we have plus b over x minus 2. And we get this, and this is what we're going to be solving for. We're going to solve for a and b using this. So first thing that we want to do is we want to make this here have a common denominator. So it is equal to the denominator on this side. So the way we do that is we times one fraction by one denominator and the other by the other denominator. So we get, I'm going to work on a first. So a times x minus 2 divided by x minus 2. I'll write that out actually. X plus 2 times x minus 2 divided by x minus 2. So we're going to times that together. This is still 1. We're going to times those together, and we're going to do the same for the other fraction, but it's going to be x plus 2 in this case, because that's the other denominator. So that will now become a lots of x minus 2, we'll leave it like that, plus b lots of x plus 2 divided by x plus 2 lots of x minus 2. And we don't have to expand this denominator here because we're not concerned about it. We are concerned about this numerator here and solving for a and b. So what we do now is we let a and b, we do something called equalizing, what's it called? Equating the numerators. So what we do is we get the numerator of the first fraction and we make it equal to our a plus b here, and then we're just gonna have to sub in various x values so we can solve for either a or b. So here we have a minus 2 and a positive 2. So what we want to do is we want to choose an x value that will either cancel out a or b. So we want something that will make a 0 in one of these brackets here. So I'm going to sub x equals positive 2, so I can get rid of a, and I'll be left with b. So now I have 3 lots of 2 minus 2 equals a lots of 2 minus 2, which is 0, so that cancels out. I'm just going to rub it out because I don't have the space. Come on, rub it out. There we go. Equals b lots of 2 plus 2. Add these together and we have 4b. 4b equals 6 minus 2, which is 4. And that means 1 equals b. So I'm going to okay. So now I'm going to solve for a now. So a lots of x I'm going to do that, and I'm going to sub x equals negative 2 this time, so I can cancel out b. So we now have 3 lots of negative 2 minus 2, which is equal to a lots of minus 2 minus 2. Then b gets cancelled out, so we get negative 4a equals negative 6, negative 8. And divide both sides by negative 4, we get a is equal to 2. So now, if we go back to our original problem that we had, and we didn't know what a and b is, we now know what it is. So we write therefore, and we write the whole question all over again. X squared minus 4 is equal to our a value 2 divided by whatever we said it was right at the start, plus our b value 1 divided by whatever the denominator was down there. And there you have it. You've successfully split this fraction into 2 different fractions. So that's all I have time for today for partial fractions. This was the first type out of 3 different types, and I will be doing all 3 of them, of course. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below or contact me on social media, and I will do my best to answer any and all questions that you may have. So I will see you in the next video.